What's up YouTube? Underworld 6667 here, coming at you with a lone episode of Binder Blunders. We are going to be establishing a new and improved Binder Blunders for your viewing pleasure, giving you a multitude of things to look at. Now let's start it off with everyone's favorite, the intro. How you doing YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Binder Blunders. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about products, sexy girls, giveaways, your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh memes, of course the shop, and our sponsors. We'll probably throw in some random stuff throughout the actual episodes that you can look forward to every Saturday, now Saturdays, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it started off with the Prophecy Destroyer tin. Now, of course, multitudes of people have been talking about this and how it's not as good as Tour Guide Maxi, Rabbit, everything in one little small tin. However, it did reprint some of the cards that we sorely needed to be reprinted. Now, of course, it does come with 5 guaranteed holos. One's Prophecy Destroyer, one's Endless Decay. Throw those off to the side. Let's talk about the big cards, the top 3. First, we have Steel Sworn Roach. Now, it was ranging for about $40. Sometimes it went a little bit higher, sometimes it went a little lower. Now we are going to be seeing that in the Prophecy Destroyer tin. The next card, fairly new card, Photon Strike Bouncer. Now, a lot of people were selling it from anywhere to $40 to $60. A little overpriced for a card that's not really used. So, they put it in this tin so it can go down to about $5 to $10. Probably even less. And the last but not least, the card that should have been released a million tins ago, way before Rabbit, way before Maxi, we're talking about Infernity Barrier. Now, I do understand what Konami's trying to do. They have some Infernity cards coming up in the next couple of sets, which will make Infernities really good. Having access to those Infernity Barriers and having them able to sell those Infernity Barriers makes them a lot of money. They don't care the fact that a lot of people had sets of 3 that they've been holding on to for $25 to $30 a piece. They're more concerned about making their money. So of course they're going to reprint it so you guys are forced to buy it so they can make the dollar bills, y'all. Now we all know that 99% of my viewer fan base is male. And we all know that most of them like boobies. Some people like ass, but a lot of people like boobies. So, with that in mind, here is your hot pick of the week. Next up we have the special edition of Abyss Rising. This does 2 things. First, makes Abyss Rising cards a little more easy access. They're able to take away a lot of the ratios and put in secret rares in each of these kind of little boxes. Now, of course, what you guys have to be concerned about is what comes in the actual set that is the special edition card. Now, it's not very exciting, however, it's still needed. We have Dark Smog and Gaga Girl. Now, of course, if you're watching this video, it is already out, so head down to your locals and start picking them up while they're still on the shelves. The next thing that we have to announce is Cosmo Blazer. It is the next set after Abyss Rising. Now, what is in Cosmo Blazer that has already been announced because OCG already has it? Well, let's head over to the computer of ultimate knowledge. Oh, hello. So we are going to be looking at the computer and finding out what we are going to be looking forward to in Cosmo Blazer, the new set currently released in the OCG, but coming out in the TCG very soon. First things first, we are going to start off with Skeleton. During either player's battle step, when a monster battles another monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Negate the attacking monster's attack. You can only use the effect of Skeleton once per duel. So what are we looking at, guys? We are looking at the next Necro Gardna. It is a dark 700 attack, 600 defense, zombie type monster. 2 stars, of course. So of course you're going to be using this in the Lightsworn sort of matchup. You're going to have a lot of Lightsworn sitting there with low attack power comparatively on the field. So the use of another Necro Gardna to save your life points, since you're milling it anyway, is a really good plan. Not to mention the fact that you're going to be using the dark type as your fodder also for like Chaos Sorcerers and that kind of thing. The next card that we're going to talk about is Mermail Abyss Dean. When this card is added from your deck or graveyard to your hand by a card effect, if you control a face-up Mermail monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Mermail monster, you can target one level 3 or lower Mermail monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only use the effect of the Mermail Abyss Dean once per turn. So the best thing that I'm thinking that you can use this with is Abyss Spike. You play the Abyss Spike, you discard a Dragoon. The Abyss Spike activates. Of course, you bring a Mermail Abyss Dean to your hand and special summon it because of the Mermail that's on the field. Then Dragoon's effect activates, adding another Mermail Abyss Dean to your hand, and you special summon it to the field. You then overlay for a rank 3. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. You guys decide for yourselves whether this card is going to make it into your Mermail deck or if it's perfect the way it is. And of course, the next card is Mermail Abyss Lead. This is a level 7, 2700 attack Sea Serpent monster. You can discard 3 other water monsters to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. When you do, target one Abyss spell/trap card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. You contribute one other face-up attack position Mermail monster to send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Mermail Abyss Lead once per turn. So of course you're able to use it with the effects of Atlanteans as well as Mermail cards. Not to mention you now get to discard from your opponent's hand instead of attacking twice. It is a beefy 2700 attack power monster. Not to mention you can take out your Abyss Sphere from your graveyard, add it to your hand, and reset it down on the field. However, the only problem with this card, of course, is you need 3 water types to discard for this effect. Yes, you are going to make some of the cards back by using the effects of the water monsters in your hand, not to mention adding that Abyss Sphere back to your hand. But do you really have that many cards to start cycling through? The next card is Dimension Gate. When this card is activated, target one monster you control. Banish it, face up. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can send this face up card on the field to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon the monster banished by this card's effect. Now, what can you do with this? This seems very, very odd. Now, what I was thinking is you would play this to dodge out cards. So your opponent plays Fissure. I know people don't play Fissure anymore. Calm down. Some people may, but most people don't. Anyway, so you're going to banish a card. Now, what I was thinking is you would banish a Beast King Barbaros. Beast King Barbaros comes out as a 1900. It is then banished, removing itself from the field. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, when your opponent attacks your life points directly, it's going to bring out that Barbaros with 3,000 attack points. That's something you can take to the bank. The next card is the next Elemental Lord. We've got water, we've got earth, it's time for fire. Pyrorex the Elemental Lord, level 8 Dinosaur, fire, 2800 attack points. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from the hand by having exactly 5 fire monsters in your graveyard. And cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is special summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy it. And if you do, inflict damage to both players equal to half of its original attack. You can only use the effect of Pyrorex, the Elemental Lord, once per turn. If this card leaves the field, skip the battle phase of your next turn. Now, of course, this is going to be mainly used in the Laval Turbo deck. You have easy access to 4 fire monsters going into the graveyard with Laval Handmaiden. Pretty much when Laval Handmaiden is sent to the graveyard, you can then resend another fire monster, Laval Handmaiden, and then another one, so that's 3, And then the final Laval monster. That's a total of 4 fire monsters. So it's going to be pretty easy to fill up the graveyard with those 5 monsters. Then you can pop out some 2800 shenanigans. Now, what if I told you that there was a new type of samurai and they continuously plus themselves, and you can get totally butthurt because they're not warriors anymore, they're beast warriors, which means they work with Horn of the Phantom Beast. Pretty sure you'd say, damn it, Konami, what did you do this time? Let's get straight into this week's meme of the week. Don't miss out on any of the memes seen on any of the Binder Blunders in the description bar below. It's yugiohmemes.blogspot.com. The next thing that we have to talk about, and in some cases already is out, is the Astral Pack. Now this is where they are able to holify really good cards. In Ultimate Rare, we have Tsukiyomi, a freshly unbanned card. Debris Dragon, you know those plant decks that we used to hate? It was in there. And of course Photon Thrasher. As a super rare, we have Flamevel Fire Dog. You know how Fire's coming out in Cosmo Blazer? Fire Dog. Genex Undine. You know how Abyss Rising uses Genex Undine in the Mermail deck? Holified. Kagemusha of the 6 Samurai. You know how 6 Samurais use Kagemusha to synchro summon their big huge monster? Yeah, holified. Insector Centipede. You know how Insectors, that's the only thing that's not banned? That's really good? And I mean better than Ladybug. Holified. You know Heretic Dragon of Tefnut? How they're used? Oh wait, nobody plays Heretics. Never mind. It's holified though. You know Terraforming, which no one uses? Why are we talking about this? Holified. You know Moray of Greed? The thing that they used to use in Frog FTK? Holified. You know Mass Change? The thing that's supposedly apparently for heroes, but nobody uses? Holified. You know Hidden Armory? No one knows Hidden Armory? How about you in the back? No? Holified? You know Gates of the Dark World? The things that you use in Necroface FTK? I think that's the only thing that you can use it in. Holified. And of course you have all those common cards that nobody really cares about. They're not holified. And this is the part of the show where we're going to steal another Yu-Gi-Tuber's idea. And yes, we are talking about waffles. Don't worry, I'm not going to steal the fact that you're unfunny. Jokes. We're actually going to steal the fact that you want to give away packs. We want to give away packs as well. So what we have done is we have gotten our sponsor, teddyandme.com, link in the description, to supply us with some packs. We are going to be giving away 1 pack every single Binder Blunders episode, and we are going to name the person in the episode, and they will be sent a pack of Abyss Rising. Now this could be from anywhere in the world, so it's totally up to you. Well, what do I need to do, Mr. Underworld? I don't understand how contests work. All you need to do, press the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section down below answering the question of the week. And if you want to, not a requirement, favorite this video. This week's question of the week. What are you looking forward to the most in the upcoming product releases? Cosmo Blazer? The Astral Pack? The Abyss Rising Special Edition? Or another item? Leave your answer in the comment section down below and you might be the one to win the pack of Abyss Rising. Thank you guys for watching. Double entries for those who leave a video response. Make sure to submit your Yu-Gi-Oh memes as well as your hot pick of the week. And as always, do not make those Binder blunders.